Well, today we're going to talk about ways to promote healthy eating. Stay tuned. This episode of the Dollar Saving Divas podcast is brought to you by renttherunway.com.
You'll find more than 200,000 pieces and 400 designers in the Rent the Runway closet. For any event you might be attending, formal, cocktail, or festive, you can get 4 or 8 day designer rentals for a fraction of the price. Anything you want, one flat price.
And when you click the link on our Dollar Saving Divas Facebook page, you'll save even more and help keep this podcast free.
Look great and save money too at renttherunway.com.
Well, Leslie, today we're going to talk about ways to promote healthy eating. So let's talk about a few things. I thought the first one was really interesting. Make healthy foods visible. Well, aren't all foods visible? I mean,
don't hide those healthy foods.
Oh my gosh, don't do that. I don't. Where do you hide them? You know, I don't know. Because most
Well, now let's think about it though. How many times does your husband go to the refrigerator, stand in front of it with it wide open, and say, "Honey, Where's the whatever," when it's right there on the shelf?
That's true. That's true. It's really
so
like
you are hiding them. You just don't know it.
Where's the cold wine? Where's the bottled beer? That's usually So those are not the healthy foods. Well, the wine, I guess we could say, is healthy. It's made of grapes. So, and speaking of fruits, what you do is they say to take the fruits and the vegetables out of your little bin where they are, usually at the very bottom of the refrigerator, which you have to lean over, you have to fight through all that, and actually put them at the top a little bit more visible. So I think that's a great idea. And there actually are some things that are Savor produce keepers that you can get very reasonably for like $20. So I think that's a great idea. Also, which is something that I do, is those little snack bags, like little
the little tiny
ones, and some of them are have little measurement things on them. I actually put like some carrots in there and then like a little container of some hummus. So, when Alexis comes home at lunch or after work, she has a little snack that's healthy or a little bag of grapes, something like that. That's much healthier. So do that with your kids, so after school, come home, have a healthy snack, doesn't ruin their appetite for dinner. I just think that's a great idea.
I do too. Well, here's another tip that I will never use. Get a kitchen scale, which seems like a great idea, but I'd never do that.
I would never measure my food.
But I get it. I mean, it's a wonderful idea. I'll just never do it. But if you measure it, it's great for portion control, so you actually know that you're eating. Because sometimes you think you get a big steak or something and you think that's one size portion when actually it's probably 2 or 3.
Remember when we did that one podcast and they said use your fist?
The size of your fist,
right. Well, and unfortunately, our fists are very small. So
tiny little...
We wouldn't get much
tiny little munchkin fist.
Yeah. Okay, I think we should do, instead of getting the scale, we just put 2 fists together.
I'm going to use somebody else's fist.
Tom's, your husband. That would be good on there. You got a big old fist.
That's my portion. Well, another suggestion is to cook with steam. It's healthier, and the steam keeps meat and fish moist and juicy. You don't have to use as much butter or oil.
It's also good for your face. Just
if you stand over it.
Well,
they do have
facial too.
Yeah, they do have these steam ovens. Like Cuisinart has one, a convection steam oven, which cooks things even faster than a regular convection oven. I wouldn't advise putting your face in it, but
unless you want a big old sunburn.
A peel, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that's really scary. I mean, I love my convection oven, so I might take a look at that steam convection thing.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really good idea. Well, the other thing you can do is use nonstick cookware, the Calphalons and the Amelons.
Yeah.
Those are really good. That's pretty much all I use. Plus, they're also much easier to clean.
They sure are.
Oh, yeah. And when you use things like that or nonstick, you can, when you saute or pan fry anything, you don't really have to use butter or oil. So it's a lot healthier for you.
And you don't have to saute your vegetables in oil. You don't need oil when you're like frying up your onions or mushrooms. If the vegetable has a lot of water in it, you can do it without any added oils. I do that all the time. Or put a little vegetable oil in it. Or vegetable broth oil. Vegetable oil. Don't use oil. Use oil.
That sounds kinky to me. How much oil do you use? No, I'm not
as much as it takes.
Well, the other thing, when you're talking about the vegetables the vegetables and steam is, I do a lot. If I'm doing a stir fry kind of thing, like you said, you don't have to use much. But a lot of times I'll put fresh vegetables in like a Corningware glass Corningware, put a couple drops of water, and then just stick it in the microwave. Yep. And then you don't overcook them, and the nice color and all the vitamins are there, because that's the part you don't want to steam out either.
Exactly.
Is that. Well, the other thing you can do is a slow cooker. I love my slow cooker.
They are great. Yeah.
And I think my daughter has like a small one. I mean, she has we have like 3 sizes, but you can put your chicken or your whatever it is in there in the morning.
Throw it in there and let it cook all day. The house smells lovely when you come home.
Oh, it is when you throw in all the vegetables, because then it goes into the sauces and things like that. And then when you get home, you're not tired. Your meal's prepared, and it's a healthy meal that you're not stopping at the local drive-thru.
Exactly. And doesn't it make you feel good when you walk in the door and you can smell food cooking?
Oh.
It's like, what a lovely welcome home.
And it's nice because as we say,
and you haven't done it.
And we haven't done it. That's the key to that. But I know some of them, you can get some of them that are very expensive. But I've even seen some on sale at like Kohl's and Macy's for like $20.
Yeah.
So, and Big Lots, I know Big Lots has them for like $19.99.
Our favorite store.
You know me and my Big Lots.
Those are good tips.
This episode of the Dollar Saving Divas podcast is brought to you by RentTheRunway.com.
You'll find more than 200,000 pieces and 400 designers in the Rent the Runway closet. For any event you might be attending, formal, cocktail, or festive, you can get 4 or 8-day designer rentals for a fraction of the price. Anything you want, one flat price.
And when you click the link on our Dollar Saving Divas Facebook page, you'll save even more and help keep this podcast free.
Look great and save money too at renttherunway.com. Thanks for listening to the Dollar Saving Divas. If you have ideas for an upcoming episode, we'd love to hear from you. Just head to our Facebook page at facebook.com/DollarSavingDivasCBus and share your comments. Our podcast is available on iTunes, iHeartMedia, or your favorite podcast player. Thanks again for listening.
This is Ashley.
And this is Trevor.
And this is Trevor from Elite One Fitness.
And this is Brett. In each week's Today's Health and Wellness podcast, we spotlight health and wellness stories you'll find in the Central Ohio Health and Wellness magazine, on Today's Health and web pages and social media, as well as extras you'll only hear in the weekly podcasts.
And each month, Trevor and I bust some gym and health myths to help motivate you to become stronger and healthier.
Oh yeah, you know it. The Today's Health and Wellness podcast is a joint effort of the Central Ohio Health and Wellness magazine and Today's Health.
Subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, or your favorite podcast player.
Circle270media.com.